given an Excel workbook, and the Excel workbook has multiple sheets which every team will use during the different phases of the uh, simulation. So today we are going to talk about the production phase. So for production phase, typically what you're going to do is you're going to build a lot of movies and also build your marketing strategies. Every corporate company is going to start with a certain amount of cash. Different companies are going to start with different level of cash, and the number in the red is how much cash you're going to start with. We have on the left we have this table. Now this table typically gives you the reference stars that all the movie essentials are going to be rated by. So to make a movie, you need multiple things. For example, you need a script and a director, actresses, so on and so forth. And every category has multiple range of stars. For example, a 3-star actor will cost you 10 lakh as compared to 1-star actor will cost you 4 lakh. So if you decide to build a high budgeted movie, then of course you'll have to probably focus on 3 and 4 stars. If you want to build a low budgeted movie, then you'll focus on 0, 1 or maybe 2 stars. Now let's look at how to work on the sheet. So during your production phase, as an organization, you can build how many ever movies you like within your money constraint. Every movie that you make, we have provided a template for you. So this is for movie 1, this is for movie 2, movie 3, so on and so forth. So every movie you make, you have to use this template. Remember one important point, please edit the cells only that are marked with blue color. Do not edit any other cell as they are linked to a formula. The cells with blue are only for you to edit. Now let's see how to make a movie. Assume you start with by planning to make a low budgeted movie. So out here we have the script and the director. So in this space or in this cell, what you have to write is you have to choose what star category do you want to hire or do you want to use to make your movie. Because currently I'm looking at to make a low budget movie, so I decide to take a 1-star script and director. So I have to press 1 here and automatically my cost will show. Then what I do is likewise I start punching in and making choices of what type of actor actresses categories that I want to use. So say next I decide to take a 2-star actor, then I decide to take a 1-star actress trying to make a low budget movie, then I decide to take a 1-star side actor. Here is typically the scale or the locations that you are willing to use. So out here I decide to take a not too good location. Then what are product placements? I'm sure all of you would have seen in a lot of movies, you will see different organizations placing their products. So as a company, you can also place products. So what this happens is this affects your star value in a negative way, but however, instead of a cost, you will also make some money. So for example, if you decide to place a -1 product, the star value will reduce by -1. However, you will make 3 lakh rupees. That is savings out here. So say I decide, because a low budget movie, I probably would want to earn some money. So I have placed a product. And then we have VFX or songs. Say I decide to have no songs or VFX at all in my movie. So once you've allocated these numbers, then we'll figure out the star value and the cost of our movie. So currently my first movie has 4-star power or 4-star value and it costs me around 13 lakhs. Also keep a check of this red tab out here. This will tell you how many funds you have left. So we've spent 13 lakhs out of the 1 crore, so we have 87 lakhs remaining. And then I'm sure we could make one more movie. So let's quickly make a movie, and this time I decide to make a high budgeted movie. So I probably take a really good script, a really good actor with me. I'm okay with taking a not so good actress. Let's take good sides actors. For the grandeur, I decide to take a 2-star location. Then because I want to make a high budgeted movie, I wouldn't want to place any products in this. I decide to take a 1-star VFX. So currently I have produced a 13-star movie which has costed me around 46 lakhs, and in all I have around 41 lakhs remaining with me. So probably I could also decide to make a third movie, maybe a medium scale movie. So let's quickly make a third movie because we have still some funds remaining. So let's take an 1-star script, 2-star actor, 1-star actress. Let's pick 2 stars, side actors, 2-star grandeur location, and yeah. So we made an third movie which is 8-star and it has cost us 24 lakhs, and I decide that I am good to go with 3 movies, but I still have 17 lakhs with me. Now also remember, it's not just enough to produce movies, but it's also important to build marketing strategies. And so probably let's now start investing in some marketing that will help me better my reductions, better my box office collections. So currently we have 4 types of investments that you can do. Okay. So first category is called the additional star category. In this we've got things like email advertising, newspaper flyers, Facebook ads, so on and so forth. Now what this typically means is you can buy multiple of these categories. For example, I can buy 2 email advertising or 3 SMS campaigns, etc. Now what this would do is, because it's called additional star, so how many ever categories you buy, and if you allocate that category to any movie, it will add the star value to the movie. For example, if I buy an email advertising and I assign it to say my movie number 1, then my star rating for that movie from 4, it will add to 5. Why? Because this marketing has helped me enhance the visibility of the movie. So say, assume I decide to buy 1 email advertising and 1 Facebook ad and say 1 TV commercial. So Facebook ads will help me increase my star power by 2. TV commercials will also help me increase my star power by 2. Currently you need not allocate these advertisement to any particular site. Later you can decide later, and we'll talk about it later, but you have to just buy this and keep it with you, which you can use during this phase or even keep it with you and use for the future phases. But however, I missed this out. Currently we cannot buy these because I have already exceeded my budget. So probably I'll have to remove one of them out. So let's assume I remove this. So currently I still have 6,50,000 to spare with. Then I can also start buying these other categories. So what is reroll? Now what reroll typically does is that if you buy any of these categories, assume I buy say a press conference. So this helps me to improve my star value after the movie has released. Meaning, remember I had told you all that we need to roll dice or stars or dices to understand how well the movie has fared. So whenever you've rolled, now with reroll what you can do is you can reroll 2 dice of smaller values of your choice. If I buy this, then I can reroll 3 dice of smaller values of my choice. This can help me enhance my the way the movie has fared. So rerolls can also be a good marketing strategy to have. Now let's look at the third category. The third category is called permanent addition. Now typically what happens is the above 2 categories, if you use this once, that is gone. However, for this stays with you throughout all your 3 phases. The permanent addition is all about hiring the right people. So you can hire an ad agency to help you boost your marketing. You can hire an ad guru, etc. However, you can add only one category. For example, I can hire say 1 ad agency. I can hire 1 management trainee, so on and so forth. Now what this does is if I've hired an ad agency, it will add 2 star to any one movie every phase. And if I hire, say, an ad guru, he'll add 3 stars to any one movie every phase. So it's a good strategy to have. However, it costs pretty high. So it's your choice if you want to make that investment. Currently, I don't have the money, so I will not make that investment. Then something we have, and this is probably one of my favorites also, is PR. I'm sure you have heard a lot of controversies around a movie, and some of them is organic. However, most of them is done on purpose. So we've also added this mechanism in our game to make it much more exciting. So you could also, run a PR around your movie. So what you have to do is, again, simply buy some PR. And now what this does is, listen to me carefully. What is going to happen is, during the PR, assume I decide to buy Affair with Co-Star. Now, when I bought a PR, I have to assign this PR to any movie. Now, this can drastically help your movie, or it can go against it, like any other controversy. What will happen is, we will roll 3 white dice and 3 black dice during the box office phase. If the total of white dice is higher than the black dice, that means your PR has gone in your favor, and we will add 2 dice to your movie. However, if it's the other way around, black dice total is more than the white dice total, then the PR has gone against you, and we will reduce 3 dice out of the movie. Yes, it can dramatically affect your box office. So if you use it wisely, it can do wonders for you. And similarly, it's for this. In add 3 and remove 4 dice if it goes favor or without favor. So once you've allocated all your resources, I am happy with my allocation, and I still have 3,50,000 to spend. However, I keep this probably for the next round. Once this is done, you're almost done with the production phase, and what you have to now do is quickly go on to your summary sheet, and this will give you a summary of the 3 movies that you've made, the star rating of your movie, and the money that you have spent. However, what you'll have to do is, you'll have to quickly update these tables on what kind of marketing that you have done. So I'll give you a quick example. Say, assume currently what I have done is, I have bought one in email marketing for 3,50,000. So I will punch in 1 and I will write here 3,50,000. And this is what you have to do for everything. Once you have done, your production phase is over, and you need to submit this to us. What I highly recommend is, as a team, get over a video call once you've read these rules, and this will take you around 30 to 40 minutes really to discuss, allocate your monies, figure out, do you want to make one big blockbuster movies, or do you want to make multiple smaller movies. Next, we are going to talk about the reference sheet. Now, this is a very important sheet, and this sheet will really help you to make good decisions, and this sheet will really help you to strategize. Now, remember when I had spoken to you about, the core mechanics of the game, where you have the dice and the range will determine how much money you're going to earn. So this is your reference table that will help me decide and understand this. So you are a production house. Currently, you can do multiple things. First thing is, when you produced a movie, you can release it in theaters and sell it to an OTT player. OTT player are the other 2 companies in your group who would be willing to buy your movie. So first option is that either sell it, either release it in theater and sell it to them. That's first option. Second option is release it in theater and sell it to another OTT player, which is not your 2 teams that are playing, but it's assume there is another party in your region. So when you do that, this is that table that you have to follow. When you are not selling to your team members, but you're selling to someone else other than them. I'll come to that soon. And your third option is you are not releasing it in theater or selling it to any other OTT player. What you're doing is you are giving exclusive rights of your movie to your competitors. That means you're selling your movie directly to them and they can get exclusive rights of it. So if they give you a good price, maybe that's a good decision to take, and that will help you release the risk or remove the risk of actually releasing the movie. Now let's see how to read this table. So assume you've decided to release the movie in the theater and you've decided to sell this movie to another OTT player, that is option 2. Then what will happen is during the box office phase, based on your star power, we will roll the dice. Okay, assume your star power was 8, and when we rolled 8 dice, we got a total of say 28. Now because we got a total of 28, this says your 28 lies in this range. That means your movie has earned you 29,70,000 through theatrical release. However, if you had any other marketing dice like a reroll, you could improve your total. So you earned 29,70,000 from a theatrical release. Because you had a 8-star dice, you see this is the star power. So your other OTT player has bought your movie for 16,20,000. So in short, you have made 16,20,000 plus 29,70,000, which is around 45,90,000 from your 8-star movie. That is option 2 if you had chosen. Assume you had chosen option number 1, that is releasing it in the theater and selling it to your competitor. So your competitor would have probably bought at a certain price, and assume they paid around 20 lakhs for it. So now what you've made is you made 2970 plus 20 lakhs that they are going to pay you. So that comes to around 49,70,000. And the third option could be your competitor or your other player would have told you that I would want exclusive rights of this movie, and probably he would have paid you 45 lakhs for it. So straight away 45 lakh is your revenue of that movie. So this is the way we are going to calculate revenue for each movies, and the key strategy is to be able to understand when you're making a movie what is the probability of you earning all these amounts. So for example, a 5-star movie, the probability of earning these high values is very low as compared to a 15 or a 16-star movie. So this is where your information you'll require to do good negotiations. Lastly, let's talk about the endgame criteria. The endgame scoring criteria has multiple categories from which you can earn points. First is the revenue. So end of the game, the money that you've earned, that is the cash balance that you have, you get 2 points per 1 lakh rupees. Okay. Then comes, you get 5 points per movie that you have produced which is equal or more than 5 stars. Then comes, you get 2 points per movie which you have produced which is less than 5 stars. Then you get 10 points per movie that you've done a theatrical release. So there's an additional benefit for you. If you do a theatrical release, you get 10 points. And the last scoring category is you get 3 points per movie that you have sold to other teams. By other teams, I mean the players that you are playing with you. Your other 2 organizations, they are in your region. The more movies you sell to them, the more points you will get. And end of the phase, it is just not about how much revenue you've made, but how many points you have scored. So if you've analyzed these points well, this will help you in making some crucial decisions when you sit with your competitors to make deals. This broadly talks about these 3 sheets: production, summary sheet and the box office sheet. And I believe you've got all the information, and you're good to go. So I would recommend individually you'll go through this video and go through the sheets, and together as a team get on a video call and discuss and create the right strategies and produce the right movies so that you could score the most points.